yards in Baltimore. The Angels get ready to wrap up a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. It has been a great road trip for the Angels, who are still in a deadlock for the #2 spot as far as the AL wildcard race. The Angels and the Minnesota Twins tied behind the Yankees, who have the top spot, and then you see the crowded field right after the Angels and the Minnesota Twins. It has been a terrific road trip for the Angels, already 6-2 on this trip. The Angels' 3rd winning road trip this season. And Mark Ubisaw, what we've seen from the Angels so far on this trip is a lot of offense and a lot of power.
Yeah, Terry, when you think about it, we talked about the day before about that tough loss. You need your star players to really set the tone, and Mike Trout was able to do that last night right away in the first inning. 2 home runs in the game for Mike Trout. He had a home run the night before. So when you look what he's done, his last 16 games, 7 big flies for the reigning MVP of the American League. And then also you've added a number of other guys swinging the bat well, and including Luis Valbuena, who already has more home runs now this season with 2 last night than he had all of last season. 9 home runs in his last 24 games. So the power's been there. 9 home runs in 2 games against Baltimore. And with their offense that the Orioles have, you need to continue to have those type of swings, especially in the warm afternoon game here today. Could see some more home runs for the Halos. Well,
the Angels will have their good luck charm on the mound here today as Parker Bridwell takes the mound for the Angels against his old club, the Baltimore Orioles. In 11 games, he's been on the mound for the Angels. The Angels have won 10 of them, and he has a victory against the Baltimore Orioles. We'll have the first pitch along with the starting lineups. It's all coming up next on Fox Sports West.
brought to you by our local Southern California Land Rover retailers. By Jack in the Box, come try the new $4.99 Smoky Jack Burger Combo with small fries and a small drink. Limited time only. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
Back at Camden Yards, there are Mike Trout fans everywhere, including right here at Oriole Park. Beautiful day for baseball, one of the best days we've had on the entire road trip. It wraps up here today. Angels trying to go 7-2 on this road trip and win another series on the road. And here's how the Angels line up tonight. Ben Revere this afternoon still in the leadoff spot for the Angels, followed by Mike Trout and Albert Pujols. Cole Calhoun bats cleanup. Andrelton Simmons. And then Valbuena had the 2-homer night. Crone, Gratterall behind the plate, and Cliff Pennington getting the start for the Angels today at second base. There you see the starting pitcher, Chris Tillman, Angel fan growing up. He was born in Anaheim.
Yeah, big, huge Angel fan. Struggled so far this season, but has had good career numbers against the Angels. My go-tos, though, to be successful against Tillman is drive the fastball. Batting average nearly .390 versus fastball, and create early stress. When you're struggling during a season, you want to make sure you put the pressure on Marlins to create doubt. So very important to score some early runs against Tillman today. 3-0 in his career versus his team he grew up watching, with a 2.20 ERA for Tillman.
Tillman, a guy who will be a free agent at the end of the year. There you see the defense for the Orioles. Chris Davis in the lineup. He had been sidelined a little bit on the sick side, and first game for him back since Wednesday. Rest of the infield, Scope and Beckman and Machado in the infield. Mancini in left, Trumbo's in right field, and Caleb Joseph behind the plate. There's Mark Trumbo, the former Angel, getting a start in the field in right field here today at Camden Yards.
2 assists in right field this season, 243 career starts in right field, 345. You've been taking a look at that third base, 8. Remember, he played third base in that game in which Jerry Weaver threw a no-hitter all 9 innings at third base for Trumbo, wearing that Angel uniform. And my Hyundai key for the Angels to be successful today, going a little Van Halen, finish what you started. Obviously, we talked about how important this road trip has been, and then chance to really finish it like it started there in Seattle when you win 4 straight games. So finish what you started. Little Van Halen for you, Terry Smith.
Can't go wrong with Van Halen.
No, you cannot.
So we'll see if the Angels can keep it rolling here. This has been by far the best road trip of the season. It could get better with a victory here today. Home plate umpires Chad Whitson. They have added Eric Cooper to this crew. Tom Hallion left the game last night when he took a foul ball off his mask. He was the home plate umpire. So Eric Cooper is the umpire at first base. He's the acting crew chief. Rippiker, the umpire, at second, and Carapaz at third. Here's the first pitch today, and that one is low and in. We're underway. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Ben Revere, who's had a good series here this weekend in Baltimore. 4 hits, 255 batting average overall for Revere. And the next delivery, and that one is on the inside corner.
You know, Tillman starting in that abbreviated stretch position, middle part, or even favoring towards the third base side of the pitching rubber, to allow him to be able to get to that arm side a little bit more consistent in his delivery.
He's ready to go, and the next pitch, and that one is inside. Tillman was struggling so much earlier this month that they took him out of the rotation. The last 2 times he had pitched came in relief. First start for him in 17 days, and in that last start he lasted only 2 innings and he gave up 7 runs. Gave up 8 runs to start before. Here's a bouncing ball hit on the right side. It's gobbled up by Scope. Easy play, and Revere retired, and Mike Trout the next batter.
When you look at Mike Trout and what he has done in his career in the first inning as far as the big flies, 54 home runs in the first inning, including last night, home run for Trout against a pitcher that has given up his share of home runs this season. 16 home runs in his 69 innings pitched for Chris Tillman, although Trout, like most of the Angels, have struggled against Tillman as far as career numbers.
Right-hander against right-hander. They have a shift on with Trout batting. 3 infielders left side, and the first pitch, that's high and away.
Tillman's fastball is going to be 89 to 94 range. He'll throw an occasional side, but cut fastball, curveball, changeup.
Chris Davis, the first baseman, he's playing a good 35 feet off the bag over on the right side. The only infielder there. Trout takes that one for ball 2.
Tillman has struggled this season when he's fallen behind in counts. 2-0 counts when hitters have put the ball in play. .412 batting average with 2 home runs allowed.
Next one on Mike, and that's low and outside, so the count goes to 3-0. 34 walks in just 69 innings for Tillman this year. It's a very high total.
And 104 hits also.
Here's the pitch, and that one is in there.
Terry, that's a lot of traffic.
Oh, no kidding. And you would think the first inning is a key one for the Angels to try and get to him. He's just 1-7 this year. This guy was a 16-game winner a year ago. He's really had a tough year. His ERA just under 8. And Trout pops it up on the right side. Well, we mentioned Davis, the only fielder on the right side infield, and foul ground, and they could catch on that one. So that is out number 2. Albert Pujols, the next batter.
I've always been a fan of Tillman and his ability to work down in the strike zone, and besides this season, has been a very successful pitcher.
Yeah, you look at his career numbers: 73 wins, 55 losses, ERA lifetime pretty good, 4.36. They've been an innings eater the last few years for them, but a tough 2017 season.
He wasn't healthy in spring training. It's carried into the season.
First one on Albert, low and away. Chris Tillman, a former All-Star for Baltimore, former opening day starting pitcher for them, and again a guy who they had demoted to the bullpen earlier this month. Not sure if he would start this game today. Wade Miley's name was floating around, but they've decided to go with Tillman, and he falls behind. 2 balls and no strikes here on Albert.
It's an early theme so far for Tillman, behind on every single batter here in the first inning so far. He's gotten away with it. 2 outs.
Next pitch, and that's low and away again. 3-0.
No, Trout never swings 3-0. Albert Pujols will swing and have the green light on a 3-0 pitch. Pujols has never homered against Tillman. Looking to break and pass Sammy Sosa's number as far as 8th in the all-time home run list.
And the pitch, he skies this one in the air into left center. It's not hit very deep at all. Coming in, battling the sun and the wind a little bit is Mancini, and Albert and the Angels go down quietly here in the top of the first inning. So we get ready to head to the bottom of the first. No score in Baltimore on Fox Sports West. First here in Baltimore. Orioles lineup. Beckham continues to lead off, and then Machado and Scope. Adam Jones in that cleanup spot. Mancini's playing in left field. He's seen him at first base in the series. Trumbo And Chris Davis, who had been ill the past couple of days, back in their lineup. He's batting 7th, and the bottom 2, Seth Smith, DH. Caleb Joseph, the catcher for the Orioles today. And there is Parker Bridwell, and boy, Mark, what a joy he's been to watch.
He goes right after, attacks hitters so well. His pace is outstanding. His fastball command has been very, very solid in his brief major league career of his pace and his ability to attack hitters.
He's ready. Here's his first pitch today, and that one is chopped foul by Beckham on the left side. Even though Bridwell pitched in 2 games last year for Baltimore, this is the first time he's pitched at Camden Yards. Those outings last year coming in relief were on the road. The Angels got Bridwell back on the 17th of April. Boy, what a deal that's turned out to be. The pitch a little bit low.
Yeah, his fastball is going to be 90-95. He'll sink it, cut it. He's a good cutter, slider, changes speeds with it, and a very good fade changeup.
Next pitch, and that's a little bit low. The thing about Bridwell, quick worker, and he gets a lot of quick outs. Bridwell pretty much waiting on Beckham to get back in the box, and here comes the next pitch, and that's in there, called strike.
It's a little backup cut fastball from Bridwell.
Angels have on the red tops today. Infield is playing it backed up, and here's the pitch, and that one is waved at and missed. He got him, struck him out, and he got him off speed.
Another outstanding breaker ball. My go-to is as you watch Parker Bridwell go out and compete this season. It's all set up those breaker balls with his power fastball location. Be able to spot the outside corner, the inside corner, anywhere between 91, 95, and then he's able to finish off hitters with his breaker ball. He can change speeds with it so well and expand the strike zone. That's why he's been successful, and it's exactly the same pitch right there. After fastballs, gets a breaker ball and a swing and miss against a very hot hitter in Tim Beckham for Parker Bridwell.
Bridwell faced these Orioles 12 days ago and went 7 innings, allowed just 1 run, didn't walk a single batter in that ball game, got the win. Here's Machado at the plate. Fastball is low on Manny Machado. Good series for him. 5 hits, 3 of them homers, all coming in 1 game. He's driven in 7 runs in the series, and that one is low and in. 26-year-old right-hander Parker Bridwell going for the Angels. 12th start of the year for him. And here's the next pitch. This is a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Easy play for Crone. Too far from the foul line, behind the bag at first. Out number 2.
Very difficult sun sometimes, especially here in Camden Yards, but C.J. Crone always looks comfortable on a pop-up. Speaking of the defense for the Angels, Ben Revere out in left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun, the Gold Glover in right, Luis Valbuena third, into the Simmons short. Cliff Pennington getting the start at second, C.J. Crone, and then Gratterall behind the plate. Ben Revere's 59th start in left field this season. That's a career high for him. Does have 4 outfield assists. Committed a couple errors, but we saw a nice play by him last night. The good range and great angle to run the ball down at the wall in left center field.
So Schoop is the batter with 2 outs, no score. Been pretty quiet in the series, 1 for 8. Takes low. Outfielders for the Angels pretty deep with Schoop at the plate. 26 home runs. He and Machado tied for their team lead in that department. And there's a check swing on the appeal. First base umpire Eric Cooper, who just arrived in town for this ball game, saying
we're hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yes, we are. Good to see Coop out there. Two-1 on Schoop, and he taps that one foul over near the Angels dugout on the third base side. Final time these two teams will square off against each other this season. They're both in the wild card race. Baltimore coming in 3 games out of the 2 spot. Angels and Twins tied for the 2 spot. Here's the pitch. That's a shot right back to the mound and caught right around the waist area by Bridwell, and that will end the inning.
That's a great reaction, because off the bat you think that's a rocket, but it's off the end of the bat, reaches back. When you reach back like that, very difficult play. We are at 0 after 1.
Top of the second here in Baltimore. Fans, don't forget, host a business function or celebrate a special occasion in your own private suite at the Big A. Now, Suite Rentals offer all-inclusive food and beverage packages. You can visit angels.com/suites to reserve your suite today. Cole Calhoun digs in. The Angels have a few left-handed hitters in the lineup today. Cole Calhoun, one of them, and the first pitch from Tillman, that's right in there for a called strike.
Yeah, odd splits for Tillman this season. 344 batting average versus lefty with 3 home runs allowed, but 352 versus right-handed batters with 13 home runs allowed.
That ball's lifted in the air, and it's hit well into right center field, and that ball is out of here. Cole Calhoun's second home run for him this weekend in Baltimore. It's 1-0 Angels.
And the home run barrage continues here for the Angels at Camden Yards. You talk about getting a baseball in the barrel of the bat. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco and Cole Calhoun. 16th home run of the season, the top tier play. Brought to you by Arco. Gets a fastball 92 and ready to do the damage, and does so to left center field, way out for Cole.
10 home runs here this weekend for the Angels. Here's Simmons at the plate. He takes that one low and away.
Now 17th home run allowed by Tillman in 70 innings pitched this season. A guy with a very good sinker has struggled with that pitch this year.
Next one on the Angels shortstop, grounded sharply, but right at his shortstop counterpart. Beckham will throw out and puts him in. That's out number 1 in the second.
Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks with Luis Valbuena coming to the plate. He's made a good adjustment on his swing of late. See where he's looking for pitches, middle part of the plate, outstanding batting average, making sure he gets into those counts. 371, middle part of the plate, home run to dead center field in Nationals Park, and then a double on a pitch away. So he's staying back in the baseball much better, looking to drive the other way, and he's driving with authority. A double and a home run going to left center, letting the ball travel, and a lot more confident with his swing.
First one, ball 1 on Valbuena. Homered his first 2 times up last night. Here's the pitch. It's right in there.
Even though Anderson Simmons made it out, that baseball was hit well at a double last night, starting to get that swing back for Simba.
Right side infield shift on. 3 infielders over there. There's a pitch way high and outside. We mentioned Tillman allowing his 17th home run this season in just over 70 innings. He gave up only 19 last year in 172 innings. He has just had a rough season. Next pitch.
Yeah, he wasn't healthy in spring. Missed a lot of time. I think it's carried into the season. So I think really when you look at Chris Tillman, you can't really judge numbers on this season because he hasn't really been healthy. He's just trying to get back and get to that form we've seen in the past. He's going to be a free agent. I would not be surprised if a lot of clubs take a shot at him because he has outstanding potential. And he's been already a very solid major leaguer.
Yep. Next pitch, that one is outside. His issue is a right shoulder problem, as Mark mentioned, going back to spring training. He started the year on the DL. Here's the pitch. And that one is ball 4 outside, nowhere close.
The walk and the home run ball have really been an issue for Tillman. He's already done that in this inning.
The thing about Tillman, he got a victory in his first start of the season. And that was on the 7th of May. He has not won a game since. He's gone about 3.5 months without a win. Here's the pitch, and that one is low.
And Roger McDowell, the pitching coach for Baltimore, is a guy who had a power sinker live down in the lower part of the strike zone. That's what he wants to see from Tillman. Be more consistent, keeping the ball down and getting ground balls as compared to falling behind in counts and have to groove a fastball.
Here's the next pitch, and that's right in there on Crone, so it's 1-1. And you know that Tillman was a guy they were counting on heavily this year, yet only 1 win from him this season. Pitch on Crone. He hits it sharply, just foul over on the third base side, and he cracked his bat. Gonna have to get some new lumber.
And you look the way the outfield is set up for Baltimore against C.J. Crone. Mancini playing towards left center field. You got Mark Trumbo playing towards right center field. So a lot of room on both lines, whether it's the right field line or left field line for C.J. Crone. Adam Jones can cover a ton of ground out in center.
Here's the 1-2, and that was a fastball. It was inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Best fastball so far at 94.
I have the next delivery. It's fouled back behind the plate. Took something off the fastball. Well, we mentioned the Angels have homered 10 times this weekend here in Baltimore. The Orioles have 5, so the Angels are beating the Orioles at their own game. They are one of the best home run hitting teams in baseball. Two and 2 now on Crone. And he hits a ball well into left center field. This one is out near the warning track, but caught. Adam Jones makes the grab on that one. Crone got under it just a bit.
Yeah, we talked about the ground that Jones could cover, and I'll tell you, Tillman was pretty lucky to have that baseball coming back into play, because that was just missed by C.J. Crone. And you know that when you're on the mound, you're pitching, you throw a pitch, and a guy, especially with the power of C.J. Crone, the way he's hit of late, all you can hope for somehow he just missed it, and that's exactly what happened to Crone against Tillman.
There's Gratterall stepping up. He's giving Maldonado a breather. Angel catcher today, and bouncer right back to Tillman, and throw to first will easily get Gratterall, and that's how the inning will end. The inning started off with a bang, and that was courtesy of Angels right fielder Cole Calhoun. 16th homer of the year. 1-0 Angels. Your SoCal Chevy dealers find new roads. And as we get set for the bottom of the second in Baltimore, it's 1-0 Angels. Adam Jones, Trey Mancini, Mark Trumbo. Middle third of the batting order for the Orioles as Parker Bridwell gets a chance to work with a little one-run lead here in the second. Pitch on Jones. It's taken for a called strike. First pitch fastball. Very light breeze here in Baltimore. Nice day though. The pitch, and this is popped in the air down the right field side, chasing in foul ground, but running out of room is Crone and Calhoun.
One thing you'll notice throughout this game for Baltimore hitters, they'll try to step out of the batter's box to slow Bridwell down. Works at such a quick pace.
Compact delivery and the pitch, and there's a little bouncing ball hit right to Pennington. He had him played perfectly. The Angels second baseman throws out Jones.
Hit pretty well by Jones, but again, it was a good located fastball, getting rid of a hitter quickly, not wasting a lot of pitches. That's what's been so impressive for Bridwell. We look what he's averaged pitches per inning, 14.2 pitches per inning. Very, very impressive.
Here's the pitch on Mancini, and that one is a little bit low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. And Bridwell's win against the Orioles. Had a very solid game against them. A pitch that's low. Bridwell had a stretch early in that ball game against them where he retired 10 of 11. Had another streak where he set down 7 in a row. Started off today setting down the first 4. And here's the pitch. That's right in there for a called strike.
And Bridwell, not a real big strikeout guy. Just 44 strikeouts in 72 innings, but he doesn't walk a lot of batters too. The 17. He's been amazing when you talk about 11 career starts.
There's a pitch that does get away, and it's ball 4. So their first base runner. Mancini gets on base. He's happy to get on anyway here in this series. He had gone 0 for 8 coming into today's game, and now Mark Trumbo will be the next batter.
Well, his 4 pitchers really in the last 45 years. The team record to be 10-1 in the first 11 starts. We saw those names: Cal Eldred, Von Hernandez, Joel Pinheiro, former Angel, and then Parker Bridwell. Very, very impressive. His teammates love playing behind him, how quick he works.
There's a pitch low and away, and Gratterall's going to walk the baseball back to Bridwell.
By the way, we have a moment now. Let's wish Mark Langston a happy birthday today. Your partner.
Absolutely.
On the radio side.
Yep. He's trying to keep that hushed up a little bit.
Oh, we can't let him do that, though.
You and Langley each having recent birthdays.
Yes.
Wow.
Both drafted the same year. He was just 1 pick behind me in the draft, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
There's Langley.
Here's the pitch, and that's chased and missed.
I'm sure he appreciates it. Make sure we let him know it's everyone out there. It's his birthday today. Dipped in gold, that glove. 7 gold gloves, 179 career wins as a pitcher.
There's Markey right there.
There it is. You know he wanted to smile, and he eventually had to.
Here's when it's fouled back behind the plate. 1-2 is the count. There's Davis waiting on deck. When he steps up, it'll be his first at bat in the series. Here's the pitch, and this is grounded on the left side. Could be 2. Flip to second, 1. Relay to first. That's a double play, and that's the end of the inning.
I'll tell you what, that was not an easy double play. And Anderson Simmons point right at Cliff Pennington. What a double play turn. Not hit hard, but turned quickly. 6-4-3.
Join the Angels on Friday. The Halos at the Big A taking on the Houston Astros. That'll open up a 3-game series. Game time Friday, 7:07. Fans in attendance receive a Nolan Ryan bobblehead while supplies last. For more info on the Nolan Ryan bobblehead, courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Team Leaf, make sure you visit angels.com/promotion. So here's Pennington. And the first pitch right in there for a called strike. Pennington, first at bat in this series. He's seen limited action in the series, but first time he's had a chance to swing the bat. switch hitter. Hits in 6 of his last 7 games. A pitch he takes outside.
Even going back to that double play turn, that was a very impressive double play turn by Pennington. You know it's good when immediately Andrelton Simmons pointed his way and said, great job getting rid of that baseball as quickly as he did.
And the next delivery, it's grounded on the right side. That's scooped up by Scope, and the throw a little bit low, and Davis had to do a little bit of a juggling act to keep the foot on the bag, but he's able to do it. That was not a real good throw, but they get the out.
Some of those errant throws from Scope. I mean, he gets a lot of baseballs, and he has a strong throwing arm. It seems like when he's just trying to guide the baseball over to first base, he has some issues. Low throw, and being a lot closer play than anticipated.
Scope this season, 11 errors, and sometimes you see that when infielders field the ball on the outfield grass.
And with all the shifts being put on, you're seeing that a lot.
Yeah. So the batter now is Ben Revere. First pitch, and it's a wild pitch, but nobody on base. That one banged off the brick wall, the backstop here.
That's the thing you're going to see when you see the numbers for Ben Revere since the All-Star break and what he has done and what he's meant to this club as far as balancing the lineup. 312 batting average since the All-Star break.
Next delivery, that's low and in.
And when you watch Tillman as far as his delivery, that glove side pitch, that's going to be the inside part of the plate against lefty, outside to a righty. He pulls across his body more so than finishes it out in front.
Revere hits one sharply, hugging the line, but foul on the first base side. Going to be good to get back home. The Angels kicking off the longest homestand of the season, beginning tomorrow night. Texas in for 4, followed by the Astros next weekend and the Oakland A's. That one is fouled off.
One thing you notice with Ben Revere, with his approach at the plate, the timing mechanism, he has that little hitch in his swing, but still able to bring the baseball bat up. There's a little tap of the elbows, and then the hitch, and then still able to get his barrel of the bat through the baseball so quickly. 312 batting average since the All-Star break.
2-strike pitch, low and away. Full count. Trout waiting on deck. Payoff delivery, and that's high. Fastball missed. So Revere's on. Second walk issued by Tillman, and we'll see what Trout can do.
And Mike Trout, what he has done in his first 6 seasons, talking about current streaks of 25 home runs or more seasons. Mike Trout, Edwin Encarnacion, and Adam Jones. And Adam Jones so far this year with 22, but Trout 6 straight years to start his career with 25 or more home runs, including now this season 26. Adam Jones, a very special player himself, center field with Baltimore. By the way, Edwin Encarnacion is starting to get hot for the Cleveland Indians, and they are playing very good baseball now.
Here's the pitch on Trout. That's fouled back behind the plate. Albert Pujols waiting on deck.
Nice play by a fan. Old days here in Baltimore, used to hear, give that fan a contract.
Oh yeah.
You see a nice play.
Next one on Mike Trout, cut and missed.
He's pulled off that. 464 on base percentage this season for Trout. Though he's not seen the ball real well out of the hand of Chris Tillman in his career. He's 2 for 10 coming into this at bat.
So Tillman way in front here on Trout. Next pitch, and that missed inside. Here's Tillman facing Mike Trout. Tillman actually pitched on Wednesday for the Orioles. That was an inning of relief. Revere not going. The pitch. Trout takes that one low. Thought about it. Lead off it. Angels run, the only one in the game, coming on a Cole Calhoun home run leading off last inning. There goes Revere. The pitch is missed and Trout is out. The ball popped out of the mid of Joseph, so no throw to second. Revere gets his 19th stolen base of the year, but 2 gone. We'll see what Albert can do.
Not easy to steal against Tillman. He's only allowed 1 stolen base in 3 attempts this season. 3 career pickoffs. He's pretty quick to the plate. And it looked like Joseph had a shot at it, but couldn't get control of the baseball on the transfer. Ben Revere picks up his 19th stolen base. And in his career, Tillman has only allowed 20 stolen base in 49 attempts. That's very good numbers for a right-handed pitcher.
Albert flied out his first time up today. Closing in on the 3,000 mark in career hits. Next pitch. That's a liner into left field for a base hit. Revere can fly. Here comes the throw to the plate. He is safe. And Albert comes through. 2-out RBI hit. 2-0 Angels.
Boy, Albert stayed back on that pitch very well. Picked up another RBI. Moving higher up now on that all-time hit list now with that base hit. And Ben Revere steals second and then scores on that base hit. He needed all that speed to score also. Hanging breakable. Albert stays back and lines that between short and third. And Mancini charged the baseball, but that good speed for Ben Revere scores a second run. See how hard that ball was hit. He's just barely at the base, and all of a sudden the afterburner's turned on by Ben Revere, and the angle he took slides in. Second run of the game.
Albert now 75 driven in, just outside the top 10 in the AL. Runs batted in. Here's Cole Calhoun batting. Takes high.
Well, the Angels have scored a lot of runs via the home run. Went back to Angel baseball to score the second run with a walk, a stolen base, and score on a single.
Yep. A little bit of manufacturing in the inning. That one misses. 2-0 on Cole Calhoun.
Cole 3 for 8 now in his career versus Tillman with that home run back in the second inning. Speaking of Cole's at bat, the second inning is worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. Fastball drifted out over the plate in the barrel of the bat and lift for Cole Calhoun. Home run, his 16th of the season. And Cole will be swinging here 3-0 if he gets a pitch to drive again.
Here it comes, and that one is up and in. So that's his second walk in the inning, third already in the game for Tillman. Simmons, the next batter. He grounded out his first time up and really hit the ball hard. We'll see what he can do here with the runners at first and second. Catcher Caleb Joseph out there to have a word with Tillman.
Simmons has been very good with runners in scoring position this season. Already with 50 pitches thrown for Tillman. When you go back to either his relief appearance or starts, the last time he started, he came back on July 28th, in which he was extended in a game. He threw 101 pitches. Next start he had on August the 3rd to 64 pitches.
Here's the pitch on Simmons, and that's right in there for a called strike.
.337 batting average with runners in scoring position for Andrelton Simmons. And .318 batting average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs for Simba.
There's a pitch taken in there for a called strike. Angels with the 2-0 lead. The only lead the Orioles have had so far in this weekend series came on that final swing of the bat by Manny Machado in Friday night's opener, the walk-off grand slam. That's the only time they've been in front in this whole series. Here's a chopper hit to short, and they'll flip to second, and an easy out there as Simmons is retired on the fielder's choice. So the Angels add on. Albert Pujols a clutch hit with 2 outs in the third. It's 2-0 Angels.
Brought to you by the Ram Rebel. Make the most of your summer at the Ram Summer Clearance Event going on now.
Chris Davis, batter number 1 for the Orioles, bottom of the third. Angels up 2-0, and the first pitch from Bridwell, a missed ball 1. Here's the next delivery. It's way high and away. First at bat in this series for Chris Davis. Numbers are way down from a year ago. He hit 38 homers a year ago, 18 this year. And the pitch. Hits this one in the air. Hits it well down the left field side. Out on the warning track. Jumping up is Ben Revere, and that ball is gone. Just out of the reach of Revere, who jumped up, got the glove over the wall out there, but Davis, first at bat of the series, homers. That cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1 Angels.
And he's always had impressive power going the other way. Everyone always thinks of him as a pull hitter. He does have good power, and he works on that in early batting practice every single day. That pitch is down, and he stayed back on it, drives it well. And Ben Revere got back to the wall, leaps up, and it just got by his glove. Very close to making an outstanding play by Ben Revere. 11th home run that Bridwell has allowed in a little over 74 innings.
So the first hit for each club today, a home run. And at the plate is Seth Smith. First one in there, strike 1. Left-handed batter. Next delivery grounded sharply, but a foul ball over on the right side.
Wayne Kirby able to get out of the way of that ball. First base coach for Baltimore. Remember him very well.
Here's the pitch, and that is a little low and in. Bueno, the Angels' third baseman, playing way off the line over there. And there's a pitch that is chased and missed, and down on strikes goes Seth Smith.
Caleb
Second
Joseph.
strikeout of the day for Bridwell.
Yeah, Joseph coming into play, his little routine he has before the game. Pretty impressive. Doing a little drumming action. They were playing a little Rush music beforehand. Getting pumped up. Got that drumming down to an art. Outstanding. Air drumming.
Here's the pitch he takes for a strike.
Reminds me of you back in Roxborough in Philadelphia area, Terry Smith.
Oh, yeah. Here's the pitch, and it's chased and missed. Well, it was nice to get reunited with some of the Gooby brothers after the game last night.
They were
a good time with some of your brothers. Well, one of them anyway.
Yeah, they were excited to see you, Terry. Go way back.
And some other childhood friends come into Baltimore this weekend for the visit. There's a pitch that
Joseph think that ball hit the ground.
Yeah, he's
I
down
think
on
Buck
strikes.
Showalter's going to check that out also. Maybe get some help from the first base umpire. Although it's very difficult to see as a home plate umpire if that ball hit the ground or not. Eric Cooper's going to walk down now, I think, and take a look. And it looked like it hit the ground. Now it's a matter if they felt he fouled it. Looked like he did.
Yeah, if it didn't hit as bad, it doesn't matter. But if it hit as bad, it's a whole different story. So the umpires want to see the baseball, I guess, for starters.
I think it fouled off the bat and ended up being Joseph back at the plate.
Right now, it looks like they're going to say he's out. And if you're Buck Showalter, you can't. There's no replay on balls and strikes.
See right here. It certainly looked like the ball redirected.
And Buck Showalter's not going to go away easily here. Eric Cooper, we mentioned, he just got into town today for this game. He's the first base umpire, and he's the acting crew chief because Tom Hallion, who was the crew chief for this crew, got injured last night. It'll go down as a strikeout.
Well, it sure looked from our angle here that it looked like it was fouled. And it looked like towards the end of the bat, right into the dirt.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's a difficult call for a home plate umpire.
And again, you can't go to instant replay on balls and strikes. So 2 outs. Beckham is the batter. Pitch on its way, bounced softly on the right side, right near Pennington, stops it, throws him out, and that will end the inning. They got the leadoff homer by Davis, and then Bridwell gets the next 3 in a row. So we get ready to head to inning number 4. Buena Crone and Granderol will be stepping up. Long-awaited super fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor is here. It all begins Friday, August the 25th with the weigh-ins live on FS1. Then Saturday, August the 26th, Fox hosts a special pre-fight show at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, followed by prelims at 4. And after the super fight, don't miss the post-fight commentary and interviews on FS1.
There's a lot of people going to be checking that fight out, including my household. I know that. I've heard from my son already.
Here's Valbuena waiting the next pitch.
That's a pretty good changeup. He was sitting fastball. Tillman threw a very good changeup. About 12% of his pitches changeups. That was a good one there from Tillman.
Here's the next one on Valbuena. He fouls that one off on the left side, backing out of play.
But Joseph wanted that fastball in. We talked about that glove side for Tillman. He missed by a lot on that. That ran out over the plate. Valbuena had a good swing at it. As a catcher, all you can do is almost set up off the plate in if you're going to try to do that, because if that drifts out over the plate, it becomes hittable. He's going to try it again.
There's one bounce by the mound. That one's going to skip through into center field. So leadoff hit.
Well, almost similar to what we talked about in the tools of the trade earlier about staying back and driving the ball up the middle on a pitch away. Mislocation again, Tillman. See where Joseph set up in, drifts out over the plate, and back up the middle by Valbuena, and still a pretty good bat flip also. Fantastic.
C.J. Cron will be the next batter. Cron got under one his last time up. Still gave it a pretty good ride. It was caught by Jones in left center field. First one a ball here. It's 1-0. Next pitch, number 60 of the day for Tillman.
Always been very good in the month of August for C.J. Cron. .330 career hitter in this month.
Toss over first, diving back to the bag goes Valbuena. He's not a big threat to be going on a straight steal. He's got a big smile on his face after diving back.
Anytime guys that don't steal a whole lot get to pick off throws their way, it makes them feel pretty good.
Yeah.
The threat.
Here's the pitch on Cron, and he lifts this one high in the air, shallow into center field. Coming over is Adam Jones. Had Scope and Trumbo near him. Out number one.
CJ so far has had a couple pitches. He's just missed 2 baseballs today. Hanging breakable, heart of the plate. And you see the reaction for CJ Cronfield. He felt he had a pitch to do some serious damage to and just popped it up.
So Gratterall is the batter. He's the guy that likes to go after the first pitch a lot.
Yes.
Some hitters don't. He does. We'll see what happens here. Second at bat. And he's taking
this time. And now, do you see that swing right there? He's like, I should have went after that first pitch.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to
yes,
chase.
that's his zone. A lot of room on that right side of the infield for Gratterall if he wants to punch ball that way.
Next pitch, and this is bounced on the right side. This looks like 2. Flip to second, relay to first. Sure enough, it is a double play. Things started off with a hit by Valbuena, but only 3 bat in the inning for the Angels. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th in Baltimore. 2-1 Halos.
brought to you by the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive plus 28 miles per gallon. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
By Fios by Frontier. Get the best price ever on Fios TV, internet, and voice by Frontier. Visit fiosbyfrontier.com today.
2-1 Angels. We start the bottom of the fourth here in Baltimore. Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope, Adam Jones, first three for the Orioles against Parker Bridwell. Only 36 pitches through the first 3 innings for Bridwell, and that's what he does. He gets quick outs, works fast on the mound. The pitch, that's right in there, strike one.
And he's faced 11 batters, 7 of them first pitch strikes.
Next delivery, and that one is chased and missed, and that was a good off-speed pitch right there.
He stays back very well on his breaking ball and changes speeds anywhere 79, 83 on his breaking ball.
Good curve, and the next pitch, and here's one chopped right to the third baseman. Balbuena should have an easy play, and he throws out his third base counterpart. One gone.
And another one of those counts. 0-2, did not waste pitches, and gets it out with it. Talked about it earlier, averaging 14.2 pitches per inning. Second best as far as that category.
Scope at the plate. He hit a rocket back to Bridwell, which ended the bottom of the first inning.
But even better so far as pitches thrown.
And he hits a rocket there, and that's going to one hop out to Ben Revere. One out hit. Only the second hit in the series for Scope, but he hit that one hard as well.
Yeah, Scope can hit a fastball. Out over the plate, Scope has had a very good season. Lines that one in the left field for a single. We have another batter up here at the plate. It's very aggressive on the first pitch too.
Adam Jones came in today, 8-game hitting streak. Rounded out to second his first time up.
Talk about a great trade by the Baltimore Orioles, getting Chris Tillman and Adam Jones. For Eric Bedard with Seattle back in 08.
Here's the pitch. This is bounced on the left side. Nice stop. Simmons for one. Throw to first. That is a double play. Man, oh man, it happened fast. And what a play by Simmons, the shortstop.
He is so much fun to watch and how much range he has. How quick on the transfer. Perfect throw. 6, 4, 3 double play, all on one pitch.
Ready to start the top of the fifth.
And we see some outstanding defensive plays at the middle part of the infield. 6, 4, 3, not once, but twice in this game by Andrelton Simmons. Cliff Pennington over to C.J. Cron. A 5-pitch inning for Parker Bridwell with that outstanding defensive play, turned that double play by Simmons, Pennington to Cron. And as always, great defense play to the guy leads off the inning.
There you go. Pennington, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch to him, and that's a wild one all the way back to the backstop. Well, the Angels have a big homestand coming up. It begins tomorrow night. Texas in for 4 games. Angels are going to face Cole Hamels tomorrow in the opener. Tyler Skaggs will oppose him.
Hamels 8-1 on the season.
There's a pitch a little bit low.
Missed some time earlier this year, but he's back to being Cole Hamels.
Yep. And he is clearly the ace of their staff now with Yu Darvish with the Dodgers. (2-0). That's outside.
He just guided that changeup. I think if you're Cliff Pennington, you're taking 1, if not 2 pitches potentially to get on base, especially with Ben Revere and his speed on deck.
Here's the next one on Penny, and that is right in there. 3-1. Machado, the third baseman, was in a little bit, now backpedaling over on the left side. Here's the next pitch, and that one is low, ball 4. Well, time now to take a look at the upcoming schedule. It's brought to you by Honda, and you can see Rangers in for the opening series in the homestand. Astros will be in over the weekend, and then the Oakland A's arrive to town. Longest homestand of the season. And mentioning the upcoming weekend series against the Astros, that's going to be Players Weekend all around Major League Baseball. First time event.
Some nicknames on the back of the jerseys.
Yeah. Here's the pitch.
I know you can't wait for that one, Terry.
You're the king of the nicknames.
Oh, yes.
You can't wait for it.
Well, that goes without saying.
But teams all around Major League Baseball next weekend will be wearing two-toned tops. Players self-pick nicknames on the back of their jerseys. Also going to be a little patch on the jerseys where the players can write a name of someone who's influenced them in the past.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I love what baseball's doing. It's a good way to bring in some younger fans into the game of baseball. There's been so many great games and very good pennant races this season in baseball, and some outstanding power numbers for a lot of good young players. You look at this game right here today. You got Manny Machado over at third, an outstanding young player. Mike Trout, obviously.
Pitch on Revere. That's high and outside. 1-1 the count. And walked and scored in the Angels' third inning. Here's the next pitch. This is chopped on the right side. This might be two. Flip to second, relay to first, and another double play in this ball game.
It's 4 double plays turned in this game, 2 by both clubs. Ben Revere not easy to turn a double play against. Scope fields that well, firm throw over to Beckham, who's got a good arm at shortstop, able to go 4-6-3 double play. That's the 8th double play turn behind Chris Tillman this season.
So here's Mike Trout. There you go with the left side shift on him again. First pitch right in there off speed. Trout came in, a little 4-game hitting streak, hits in 21 of his last 25 games, 0 for 2 though today. There's one lifted in the air, foul on the right side, backing out of play.
Now it's time for the driver's seat, brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. Talking about home runs in this series, most in Angel history in a 3-game series. 15 is the tops. Versus the Expos, that was down in Puerto Rico and hit 15 of them. The Angels with 10 in this series so far.
Next one on Mike Trout.
It's amazing when they have this infield shift on the left side of the infield, but they pitched Trout away throughout this whole game. Generally, that means you're pitching against your shift. Yeah. Trout hits the ball very well the other way, especially in the air.
And the next one, he fouls that one back behind the plate. It's Camden Yards here in Baltimore. A couple of things they did in the off-season here at this park. They put in all new lights, new lighting system, LED lights. We're seeing so many teams do that now around the majors. Angels included at the Big A. They have a new playing surface here this year.
Still looks so good, celebrating his 25th anniversary.
It's hard not to like this ballpark. Trout backing out of the batter's box. Now Mike's back in. 2 outs, no one on. 1-2 pitch. And that's low and in. .75 pitches now for Tillman, the most he's had in any start this year. 105. And the next one, Trout.
That's a good hack of that fastball away. That time he stayed back well on it, looking to drive that ball to right center field. Imagine after a swing like that, Trout could see a slow breaking ball or changeup.
Trout's had 3 home runs in this series. 2-2, and he got him looking. He knew it. Took a little something off the fastball there. Inning is over. Started off with Pennington walking, but only 3 batters step up. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Angels still lead by a run, 2-1. One lead.
It's the old run the base thing, a little fan. Still, you gotta love the fact got back up and started the run.
There's one that's fouled off by Trey Mancini on the right side. Mancini walked his first time up. That's been the only one given up by Bridwell. And here's the pitch. That one just missed. 1-1. Ball on that last pitch from Parker Bridwell. Trumbo and Chris Davis will follow. Mancini fouling that one back behind the plate. Mancini's been one of the better rookie hitters in the American League this season. There's one that's low and away.
There's been some good ones, especially in the AL East. You know, Judge, an attendee for Boston.
Young player playing third base for the Red Sox now. Devers really taken off. We haven't seen him.
Aroldis Chapman about him.
Yeah. There's the pitch. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. 2-2 the count. And here's the next pitch. A little low and in. So not too many 3-ball counts for Bridwell in this game. He has one here, 3-2 on Mancini, leading off the Baltimore bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch. And this is chopped on the left side. Simmons backhands, has to hurry to throw, and gets it there just in time.
Well, when you talk about arm strength at shortstop position, earlier this season we were showing the numbers as far as the average throw, as far as speed across the diamond, a little over 86 miles per hour on his throw at shortstop. That means you average it in with some other throws where he just gets it over there normally, but that's a lot on this throw here from Andrelton Simmons. Gets behind it and a firm throw to first base to get Mancini. Did a real good job of getting behind that baseball to get a lot on that throw.
Trumbo at the plate, fouls one back to the top deck. He bounced into a double play his first time up. No shift on, although Pennington kind of shaded towards second, and off the bag at first is Crone, and there's a cut and miss by Trumbo. And here's the next one. He skies it in the air out around second base. Pennington lost it at first. Now he's battling the sun, but he makes the grab on the dirt on the right side of the infield, not far from second. That ball was hit so high that even though Pennington at first kind of lost track of it, he was still going to have some time to try and refocus, and he did.
You can almost had lunch by the time that baseball was coming down. That was hit so high in the air. By the way, Bridwell got away with that pitch against Trumbo. Fortunately enough, Trumbo gets underneath, he pops it up way up in the air, and Pennington able to recover and catch that.
So here's Davis, who homered his first time up, and he took a big cut at that one and fouls it back. Davis leading the majors a couple of seasons, 2013, 2015 in home runs. Pitch on its way, that's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, that's low and outside. Davis is also a guy who will strike out a lot. There's the next delivery, and he cracked his bat, fouling that one off on the first base side.
A very streaky hitter. You want to get out of here before he gets hot. He had a real good swing going the other way for a home run his first at bat.
Going back to the 2012 season, Davis leads all major league hitters in homers and in strikeouts. Two-two pitch. This is hit on the left side and through. Well, Simmons was playing right near second, and he wasn't able to reverse his tracks there to try and get to that one. He got by him before he knew it.
He's going to look up at the scoreboard to see exactly what happened. He started to react and think the ball was going to go over towards the second base bag. Instead, it was almost exactly where he was standing.
Yeah, he moved the wrong way on that one, and you can senses frustration out there right now. 2-out hit. Seth Smith, the next batter.
It's almost as if he was anticipating Davis pulling that breaking ball. We always say he seems to be one step ahead of the time as far as reacting on pitches and where he should be. That time he was fooled on it.
Yeah, his instincts are normally so outstanding when he's playing defense. 0-1 is the count now on Seth Smith. Baltimore now with 3 hits in the game, and Davis, who had not batted in this series until today, he has 2 of their 3 hits. There's a pitch that misses. 1-1. Tight ball game right now here in Baltimore, the rubber match of this weekend set. Next delivery, and that one is taken for a ball.
He's worked that cutter pretty good in on left-handed batters and jammed batters, including breaking the bat of Chris Davis early in that bat before he got a base hit on a slow breaking ball.
The Angels have won 3 of the 5 meetings against Baltimore this season. Next delivery, lifted foul left side. That's going to get back and out of play. Bridwell has 2 strikes on Seth Smith. Struck him out his first time up.
That was on a slow breaking ball in the dirt.
Pennington is way back on the outfield grass where the second baseman is positioned to pitch. This is popped up. Should be the end of the inning. Left side of the infield. Battling the sun a little bit is Simmons on the dirt. He's under and he'll put it away. The side is retired. 5 completed here in Baltimore. The 6th is coming up. 2-1 Angels. Angels when the Halos take on the Houston Astros on Saturday at the Big A. First pitch will be 6:07. Fans receive a Vladimir Guerrero baseball card while supplies last. Arrive early to watch the Angels Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Vladdy. For more information on the Vlad Guerrero baseball card, visit angels.com.
Really looking forward to that weekend with Vlad going into the Angels Hall of Fame, and hopefully next year we'll go into the Major League Hall of Fame.
Yep. I'm sure he'll be smiling as he always is this weekend when we see him at the Big A.
Yeah, you think of those all-time smiles, you think of Magic Johnson, definitely Vlad Guerrero, his smile.
Yep. Torrey Hunters.
Yes.
Yep, it's another one.
And Terry Smith, of course.
Without saying. Here's the next one on Albert, and that is a little bit low. 2-0 the count.
Albert with a good swing his last at bat. RBI single. 10th on the all-time list as far as RBI. Next up on that list, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays.
.2-0 on Albert. He grounds it foul over on the left side. Tillman is set, taking a little extra time between pitches. Now ready, and here's the next one. Albert pops it foul on the right side, backing out of play. Two. Nowhere close. Fastball missed, low and away. Well, there's been a walk in Tillman's game today. Already issued 4. Full count on Albert. Slices one into right field. There, under, making the grab is Mark Trumbo. He took pretty close to him. Didn't have to move too far to make the grab one away.
By the way, congrats to our good buddy Jose Mota, first Dominican-born analyst to be able to do play-by-play for both radio and TV, English and Spanish on both, and also serve as an analyst, but play-by-play. First announcer ever to do so. Jose Mota, our real good friend, outstanding human being.
Radio and TV.
I worked with him on the TV side back in the day. He did a great job play-by-play. Doing the play-by-play on the radio with Mark Langston.
Yep. And I'm just wondering how many times Mark has brought up that tomorrow is the total eclipse to Jose. He's been on that for months, and tomorrow is the big day. I know he's brought it up today.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Here's the pitch, and that is low and outside. You can talk to Langley about that on the flight back home. He'll give you all the information you'll ever need to know about the total eclipse. Here's the next pitch.
Well, I know my daughter is at a KU right now. Is going to be getting a very good view, or I don't know about looking at it, but I know it's going to be going at that particular moment.
Yeah, it's in the Midwest. It's going to be very visible.
Yes.
In the Kansas, Missouri areas. And the pitch. That's chased and missed.
Pretty good changeup. Tillman throwing the ball well today for the most part. He's changed speeds well. Buck Showalter's got to be happy with his performance, getting into the 6th inning here. Changeup, good fade action on that pitch against Cole, who homered against him. First at bat, walked. The next at bat.
Here's the next pitch. That's fouled back to the screen, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You can see what Cole was trying to do. He's trying to hit that ball the other way, especially after change up way, fastball away, let it travel. Tried to punch it that way, fouled it off.
Tillman is ready. And here's the 2-2. That's way high. So another full count. Tillman coming into this game 15 starts, and in 7 of them, nearly half of them, allowing 5 runs or more. And he's had starts this season where he's given up 9 runs. That was on the road against the Yankees. Gave up 8 on the road against the Rangers. Gave up 7 on a start here at Camden Yards against Detroit, and he just missed on Cole Calhoun. That'll be a 1-out walk, and that's the 5th walk he's allowed today.
Darren O'Day warming up, and the bullpen was getting ready quickly. Only allowed 3 hits, but 5 walks, so 8 base runners, but he's been helped out quite a bit by the double play ball today. ERA coming in this game 7.83. Opponents hitting .349 against him coming into the game.
So here's Simmons, who's been quiet this weekend with the bat. He's gone just 1 for 10, and he's had only 1 hit his last 24 times up.
Baltimore sensing a hit and run being put on by Mike Scioscia, especially we just mentioned a couple ground ball double plays turn behind Tillman. Not easy to steal against. Better off putting it in motion as far as a hit and run.
Here's the pitch, and that's low. Angels have had this 2-1 lead going to inning number 4. We're in the 6th now. Next pitch in there on the outside corner. Infield playing it at double play depth. Next one on Simmons, low. So Tillman's been getting behind the hitters in this inning. He's walked 1, he's retired 1. And it's a 2-1 count on Simmons with Valbuena waiting on deck. Calhoun drawing a throw over at first base.
Good hit and run count.
Next delivery, that one is blasted deep down the left field side, and it is out of here. Wow. Another Angel homer. Second one of the day. Simmons is 13th of the season. The Angels add on. It's now 4-1.
11th home run hit in this series by the Angels. Not a hit and run, a hit and jog around the bases by Andrelton Simmons. 13th home run. Hanging breaking ball. And Simba did not miss that one. Just 4 away from his career high when he set that back with the Atlanta Braves. Way out by Simba.
Yeah, he had been quiet with the bat in this series until that swing. And the Angels have a little more breathing room in this one. Here's Valbuena at the plate. Takes that one for ball 1.
By the way, Andrelton Simmons hitting .392 on high pitches this season.
And he loves that pitch. He's doing well when he sees it.
You notice there's a Simba pride here today? They were here yesterday. I'm looking around.
They were near the
pretty warm in the afternoon here to have that gear on today.
Yep. They were kind of behind the Angels on deck circle yesterday. Don't see the crew over there.
They might be working their way back for that big series against Texas.
Yeah.
3-0 count. This could be Tillman's last batter. Look for Luis Valbuena to look for a pitch right now and swing 3-0 if it's in his strike zone.
Here it comes, and he thought it was a little bit low and in, moved off the plate. It's a called strike, says Chad Whitson. Here's the next pitch, and that is ball 4. Second time Valbuena has walked. Immediately Buck Showalter out of his dugout, and that'll be it for Tillman. So they will go to the pen. O'Day has been warming up, and Tillman's day is over here in Camden Yards. 6 walks given up by him today. So we have a pitching change coming up for the Orioles. Angels have a 4-1 lead when we get back here in the 6th.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. And by Airstream SoCal. Live riveted with 3 freeway close Southern California locations.
Aaron O'Day is the new pitcher. Saw him in Friday night's opener, former Angel. Tillman got only 1 batter out here in the 6th inning. O'Day, 48th game of the year, a couple of saves, 2-3 record, ERA 4.17. Crone, the first batter to face him, and here's the pitch.
By the way, Terry, we were informed by our very own Kent French, the man of the people, that the Simba Pride has already flown back to Anaheim. So they weren't able to be here for the home run for Anderson Simmons, but they know and they're watching.
Frenchie had their itinerary.
Yes, he also got they have their own baseball card, Simba Pride.
Wow. Here's the pitch. That one is clobbered but foul down the left side. Crone jumped all over that pitch from O'Day. C.J. Crone 2 for 10 in the series with a homer. He's flied out twice today to Adam Jones.
He just missed a couple home runs against Tillman.
There's the pitch, and it's fouled straight back behind the plate. Angels starting off the homestand tomorrow night. Texas in town. Skaggs will go for the Angels tomorrow night. Velasco on Tuesday. Andrew Heaney will get another start for the Angels on Wednesday night, and then the wrap-up game against Texas on Thursday. The Angels still a bit undecided. It all depends on how things play out for J.C. Ramirez, as Crone is a strikeout victim here for the second out.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that on the pregame show with Jeff Fletcher, Orange County Register, about that. Looks like he's calling the swing on that one there. Check swing by C.J. Crone. Wonder if J.C. Ramirez would be available.
Here's the pitch. This is bounced back to O'Day, and he stops it, and they'll underhand the toss over to Davis, and Gratterall retired on 1 pitch. Well, Big blow is a long home run by Simmons down the left field side. Angels have a 4-1 lead. The sixth inning, fans, don't forget MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, statcast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. First pitch by Parker Bridwell. This is Caleb Joseph, the Orioles catcher, 9-hole hitter at the plate, takes ball 1. Next pitch, and that's low. Bridwell working with a little bigger lead now.
These two obviously familiar with each other in the Baltimore organization. Battery mates.
There's one fouled off on the right side, out of play. Well, when Bridwell went to spring training this year with the Orioles, I don't think he would have ever thought he might have a chance to beat Baltimore twice this year.
Tell you what,
it's low.
You look at what Joseph has done at the plate this year for Baltimore with 8 home runs, 26 RBI compared to last season with no RBI.
Yeah.
It's amazing the adjustment he has made. So both Bridwell and Joseph solid this season.
There's one popped up foul back behind the plate, out of play. Joseph last year, as Mark alluded to, set a all-time major league record for most at-bats and plate appearances without a single run batted in. He had 141 plate appearances last year. Didn't drive in a run.
It's amazing.
26 RBIs for him this year. And he hits one right by the mound, and then behind second trying to stop it is Pennington, and it hit off his glove and goes into center field. Pennington had a shot at that one, but had the ball skip off his glove.
Back up the middle by Joseph. It looked like Pennington was going to get in position to be able to get this on this hop, even though it's hit well. He's playing towards the middle off that mound and skipped both times on the dirt, and eventually gets by him off the glove for an infield, well, ends up being an outfield hit, but off the glove for a hit for Joseph.
So the leadoff man is on. Beckham is the batter. 0 for 2 Dave for the Orioles shortstop, and the first pitch right in there called strike.
Bridwell's had 2 double plays turned behind him already today, giving him 5 turned behind him this season. Looking for another one right here.
There's the pitch on its way. That one is low. Bridwell last year, when he was in the Orioles system, he did pitch in 2 games for Baltimore last year. He was in rookie ball, A, AA, and AAA for them last year as well, but he also missed a couple of months of last season with a broken left rib. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back right near the batter waiting on deck, Machado. He was ducking for cover.
Not a lot of room between the batter's box and that on-deck circle to begin with. See how close from that angle, how close you are as a batter on deck.
One and two, the count on Beckham. Next delivery, that was off speed, low. Good block on it by Gratterall.
I can only imagine where Adrian Beltre is in the batter's box here at this stadium. You know how close he gets anyhow. We'll see that starting tomorrow when Texas comes to town.
Bridwell was set. 2-2. Chopped softly on the right side. Pennington has it, goes to second, and safe. Boy, and a couple of balls hit out there near Pennington in this inning, and Angels have not been able to get an out on either one of them. That was not a real good throw by Pennington. Simmons tried to bail him out.
And that's one of those plays you almost want to try, even though you're trying to get that lead runner. It's a wide throw. Simba unable to catch that. Almost want to take it out. Hits off its bat, as a matter of fact. It's a difficult throw as a second base. If you don't have a clear path to make that throw to second, is get that out at first base, especially with this man coming to the plate now.
So an error on Pennington, Angels' first one of the day. And all of a sudden now, a little something brewing here for Baltimore as Machado steps up. He's popped out and grounded out today. Nobody out. Tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch, and that is in there. Boy, with any luck here in this inning, could have 2 outs, nobody on. Instead, just the opposite. 2 on, nobody out.
Because that cutter got a lot of the plate. He's going to make sure he reiterates, get on top of that one as Keenan Middleton warming up in the bullpen now. Bridwell been very, very good. Very, very composed. 73 pitches thrown.
Dangerous hitter who's had a good series at the plate in Manny Machado. Here's the pitch, and it's a little pop that's a foul ball out of the reach of the Angels first baseman C.J. Cron. 0-2 now on Machado. He's second on their club in runs batted in. Scope, who's waiting on deck, as their leader, and both Machado and Scope in the top 10 in the league in runs batted in.
Well, Machado has rolled into 12 double plays.
Next pitch with 2 strikes, and he pops him up. It's foul on the third base side, but it's going to get back to the seats right behind the Angels dugout. Just a few rows back.
Going break a ball, that was right in the heart of the plate. A mistake, got away with it. Fortunate enough, Machado was out in front enough, popped it up foul.
.75 pitches now for Bridwell today. 0-2. Just missed.
That's a pretty good pitch. Borderline pitch. 35 pitches now in the last 2 innings for Bridwell. 76 overall in the game. Still very solid.
Here's the 1-2, and that one is low. Angels got Bridwell from the Orioles in April, and you got to think there's some members of the Orioles front office cringing watching him start against them. They have had all sorts of starting pitching problems this year here in Baltimore. Here's the next pitch, and boy, that didn't miss by much. Wow, another close one. So the count's full on Machado, and boy, you have to be careful with this next pitch. Key moment in this ball game right now. We'll see what happens. 3-2, and it's bounced foul on the third base side.
They ran that fastball in on Machado.
Bridwell has a new baseball. Full count on Machado. Another payoff pitch, and it's a liner into right field for a base hit. They will hold the lead runner at third. That's Joseph, the catcher. Machado gets a hit, and now they have the bases loaded. Nobody out for their top RBI man, Jonathan Scope.
That was a real good at bat by Manny Machado. After being behind in the count 0-2. Fall back to a 3-2 count, gets a fastball and to stay with it, hits it the other way, lines it the other way. Short on his stride, stayed back and lines it in the right field for a single.
Well, Charlie Nagy, the Angels pitching coach, out there to have a word with Bridwell and most of the Angels infielders. This is a dicey situation now for Parker Bridwell. Nobody out, bases loaded. And Scope stepping up to the plate. You could certainly argue he's been their best hitter this season. Scope an all-star this year for the first time. Been pretty quiet in this series, though. 2 for 10, 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, and that's lined into left center field, and that's trouble. It's going to drop in. They'll score 1. They'll score 2, and now the lead has been sliced to 4-3. Still nobody out. Runners at the corners. And you keep going back to the Joseph at bat and the Beckham at bat.
Yep. 2 ground balls. Whole inning changes. That's a cut fastball towards the end of the bat. Not exactly squared up by Scope. You see where Mike Trout is playing him to right center field. Falls in nicely for a 2 RBI single.
That will be it for Parker Bridwell. Didn't have the best of luck here in this inning. The Angels will be going to the bullpen, so a tough situation for the Angels reliever Keenan Middleton. He'll be coming in. We'll be right back.
brought to you by the all-new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, the new benchmark of minivans. Test drive one at your local Chrysler dealership today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by GMC.
Keenan Middleton, the new pitcher for the Angels. Middleton was on the mound Friday night, and he gave up the grand slam to Manny Machado. So he comes in here. Angels trying to hold on to a one-run lead, but runners at first and third, nobody out for Baltimore, bottom of the sixth. Here's the pitch, and it's waved and missed.
Yeah, there's a number of hitters on this Baltimore team that are very aggressive on the first pitch. Adam Jones being one, Jonathan Scope another, who singled on the first pitch, drive in two to finish off the afternoon for Parker Bridwell, who threw the ball very well again today.
Yeah, he sure did. Tough luck in this inning. Middleton's pitch. This is chopped towards short. Simmons has it, and now the runner's caught in a rundown between third and home. Simmons is going to apply the tag. No, they say he didn't. Now the runner will eventually be thrown out trying to get back to third.
So no way that Scope could advance to third. That was the important play by Andrelton Simmons. A lot of times you'll throw that ball to the catcher, gets a long rundown. He was making sure that he had control of it. That way you keep Scope at second instead of allowing him to go to third on the rundown. Took a while, but the job was done. I know exactly what Andrelton was thinking and what a job he did. You think double play, but you know what? You got a chance at a play and not allowing the run to score. That's a perfect play. He's looking back to see where Scope is at. Controls the baseball. He still has control of everything that's going on right now. Quickly gets it over to Valbuena, and no advancement for Scope. Well done.
So that ends up being a 6-5 fielder's choice. A lot of action there before that play was completed. At the plate now is Mancini, and he takes the first pitch for ball one. I always like when Simmons has the ball in his possession.
Yes.
Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled back.
Yeah, we referenced Magic Johnson with playing basketball on his hand, or Wayne Gretzky with the hockey puck on his stick. You want guys that can make things happen, have an opportunity to prevent it, or make an outstanding play. And Andrelton Simmons did just that.
It's one of the unique things about baseball. The team on defense has possession of the ball.
Yes.
Can't say that in many sports. Here's the pitch, and that one is low. 2-1 the count. Angels infield, backed up, double play depth. Middleton's pitch, a cut and a miss.
98-mile-an-hour fastball from Middleton.
Well, that's the one thing about Middleton when you kind of look at the Angels bullpen.
Hit his target away.
He has the ability to strike people out. And he could use a strikeout right here on Mancini. 2-2. And he got him looking.
Painted the outside corner, a firm fastball.
Boy, that's a big out right there. So far, so good today for Middleton. Let's see if he can get Trumbo.
Actually, that's a slider. 93. Thought it might have been a cut fast, but that's a hard slider. You're talking about staying back on a pitch.
Real good pitch there to get Mancini, who's had a tough series.
That's a J.R. Richards hard slider at 93. Wow.
Trumbo, the batter. 0 for 2 today, and that's in there for a strike. Trumbo is a guy with tremendous power, but he's also a swing and miss guy. We'll see what happens here as Middleton jumps on him. 0-1. Two outs. Angels trying to hold on to the 1-run lead, and there's a cut and a miss. Good fastball right there. Came nowhere close to hitting that pitch. It's 0-2.
100-mile-an-hour fastball followed by a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Keenan Middleton.
Middleton came into a real tough situation here, and he's been terrific. Here's the 0-2. That's low.
Good block.
Yeah, sure was.
It's one of those hard 93-mile-an-hour sliders. Gratterall keeps that in front.
Yeah, that was perfect form by the Angels catcher. That's how you do it. That's how you stop a ball in the dirt.
Yeah, speaking of Jose Mote, he did a nice little piece with Juan Gratterall as far as technique, as far as blocking hard sliders. That's perfect technique on that one from Gratterall.
1-2 pitch, and he blocks another one. That was even tougher for Gratterall, but he was able to block it. No advancement. The count's 2-2. Gratterall's going to go out and have a word with Keenan Middleton. Angels took a 4-1 lead into the bottom of this inning. It's now 4-3. Trumbo moving back in the batter's box. 2-2 pitch. Just missed.
Got two fastballs by Trumbo in the first two, and then he's tried 3 straight sliders against him. Now, because 3-2 count, runners will be on the move. Makes it even more dangerous, this pitch to Trumbo.
Trumbo struck out 170 times last year. Payoff pitch. This is lifted in the air in right center, and this is trouble out in right center. It's going to bang off the warning track and hop over the wall. That's going to be a ground roll double. Game is tied.
They're going to move him back, Adam Jones, but I'm surprised that they don't question that because he's on the move on a 3-2 count.
Well, the Angels catch a little break there. Buck Showalter's now going to come out of his dugout and say something to the home plate umpire, Chad Whitson. It's a 4-4 game.
And that's what he's going to ask to see, because on the move there. But still, tie ball game. Fortunate break, really, for the Angels there. Although I think when you go back in that sequence for Keenan against Trumbo, had him 0-2. At that point, he's shortened up. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, but Trumbo knows he's going to get a fastball there, shorten up the swing, and lines that ball very well to right center field. 0-2. He's looking breakable. You can sneak a fastball by him, especially upstairs. So you had a couple different chances to get him to go after a high fastball. Instead, he fought back to an even count, and then a full count, and then gets a double.
There's Davis at the plate. First pitch chased and missed. First pitch fastball. There's Davis had a homer and a single against the starter Bridwell. Hit here gives the Orioles the lead. Middleton is ready. Next pitch. That's right in there. Another fastball. So he's way in front on another guy who will strike out. Tough inning for the Angels here. Davis, the 8th batter up in the inning. Inning started off with a couple of balls grounded out near Pennington. One turned out to be a hit, the other one an error. And that opened up the door in the inning for Baltimore. Next pitch, and that is chased and missed, struck him out, and that's how the inning will end. But Baltimore gets 3 in the inning, and they have tied it up. We're headed to inning number 4 here at Camden Yards. We head to the 7th, tied at 4. By authority of Angels baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels baseball. So a new game here as we head to the 7th. Cliff Pennington will lead the inning off. Then Revere, then Trout. Brad Brock, new pitcher. He'll become the pitcher of record for the Orioles. He replaces O'Day, who got the final 2 outs against the Angels last inning.
That's the bat. Pennington worked a walk.
Here's the pitch. And the first one on Pennington. He's taking ball 1.
Brock's got a good fastball, has some movement to it too. 91 and 99 range, sharp slider, changeup.
He was an all-star a year ago for the Orioles, and there's one that's chased and missed. This season, Brock, another solid campaign for the Orioles. 51st game, 3-3 record. Had some saves this year for them, 16 when Zach Britton was sidelined. Good ERA, 2.70. Here's the pitch. A cut and a miss.
That good changeup he has. Tough arm angle. You got to really try to track the baseball out of his hand. See how that changeup just fades away from a left-handed batter. Loves to throw that changeup even on a 1-2 count to a lefty. There it was again.
Another good splitter is changeup. And Bedrosian now is up in the Angels bullpen. One-two pitch. And there's a close one there, taken by Pennington. It's called a ball.
Yeah, that's about a half a baseball, a full baseball off the corner. I would imagine he'll back it up with a changeup here after that fastball away, although he might come inside.
There's the pitch he takes, and he takes a called 3rd strike. So 1 away here in the 7th.
Setting up in Joseph is, but this fastball runs back and catches the outside corner for a called 3rd strike. All the pitches away against Pennington.
Ben Revere, the leadoff man for the Angels again today. Hit on base once. Drew walk in the third, stole second, and scored on Albert Pujols' 2-out RBI hit. Brock's pitch. That's a little bit outside.
Yeah, Brock has been much better against left-handed batters this season. 165, no home runs allowed. Right-handed batters, 222 with 5 home runs allowed.
Next delivery. Cut and miss. 1-1.
And you can see why, because everything's going to be on the outside part of the plate, with whether it's a fastball with running action or changeup, split changeup, or even his breaking ball.
Trout waiting on deck. 1-1 the count on Revere. He's low. Well, in the bottom of the 6th, the 3 runs in the inning that tied up the game at 4. Those numbers against Bridwell, all the runs against him, 2 of the 4 end up being earned runs against Parker Bridwell, who will not figure in the decision.
I think they have 3 of those unearned. They changed that. So only 1 earned run in the game for Bridwell.
Yep, you're right. They did change it. All right. Two and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. It'll pop into shallow right field. That's going to fall in for a bloop hit. So Revere is on. Trout will be the batter, and we'll see how the Angels play it with Ben Revere on. He's been running a lot on this road trip.
He's making contact here. Slider, late break to it. Brings his hands in. You talk about that little tap he has in the elbows, and then the hitch in the swing, still able to get the barrel of the bat out. Picks up a base hit.
Been a quiet day for Mike Trout. Toss over first, Revere back.
And they've rechanged it back again, so there's 2 earned runs out of the 4.
Well, that's what I thought. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off on the right side. Backing out of play.
Trout being aggressive there. First pitch swinging. Brock's not easy to steal against. He's not allowed a stolen base against him this season. 2 base stealers have been caught. Overall in his career, he's given up 31 stolen bases in 42 attempts. 2 pickoffs.
0-1 on Mike Trout. Next delivery. And he chases that one and misses it. 0-2. Brock, a guy who was a 42nd round draft pick of the Padres back in 2008. Here's the next one on Mike Trout. He grounds it down to third. It skips under the glove of Machado. That's a break. And Revere's going to get the third on it. And the Angels have runners at the corners. Boy, that was a ball that Manny Machado should have made the play on. And that opens up the door for the Angels here in the 7th.
13th error of the season for Machado. It just kind of took his eye off the baseball. You're not going to be able to turn 2 on that one. You got to be thinking in terms of just getting that force out at second. Looked like he was looking up, unable to get that baseball a break. Just tried to field that to the side. You can get in front of that baseball and quickly try to get that force out at second. See if Albert can take advantage of that mistake by Machado.
Well, it was the error by Pennington, the bottom of last inning, which opened up the door for the Orioles, and they took advantage of it. We'll see if the Angels can take advantage of this error by Machado. Pujols 1-for-3 day with an RBI. 3 RBIs in the series. 3 hits in the series for Albert. Key moment in this game now for the Angels. Here's the pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike.
You wonder if Mike Scioscia would send Mike Trout here, especially with Brock as a guy who keeps the ball in the lower part of the strike zone, a ground ball type pitcher. And he's got a good move to first too. Not easy to steal against.
There goes Trout. The pitch. It's fouled back though by Albert.
He had a good swing and a good pitch to drive. Albert did.
And
one of the few elevated, one of the few elevated pitches you're going to see from Brock.
So now Albert's in the hole, 0-2. Fly ball deep enough to the outfield, brings in Revere.
Mancini playing extremely deep in left.
Yep. Brock with a toss over to first, and Trout dives back. Angels have had a very good road trip, 6-2, final game of the trip. Trying to take 2 out of 3 here this weekend in Baltimore. 0-2. Albert fouls it off right side, out of play.
Another elevated pitch. Now Albert, as far as the fastball this season, is much more successful against a sinker as compared to a 4-seam fastball upstairs. But Albert knows a little bit about driving in a run. Looking to get something elevated to hit in the air to get the job done, especially with 2 strikes on him.
Brad Brock, 31-year-old reliever. In a toss over first. And that goes Trout. Cole Calhoun, who they haven't retired all day, waiting on deck. Calhoun's had a home run today. Next one on Albert. He grounds the ball to second. This looks like 2. Flip to second. The relay is in time, and that'll end the inning. Well, the Orioles have turned 3 double plays here today, and that was a big one that got him out of a jam. Still tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th coming up. continues in Seattle. Rashard Lewis, Mike Bibby, Steven Jackson, Al Harrington keep the action going in a 3-on-3 battle for the championship. The Big Three is changing the game tomorrow at 5 o'clock on FS1.
We are tied at 4 here, bottom of the 7th. Let's take a look at what's in the tank, brought to you by 76. Cam Droja in the game is 31st of the season, 3.41 ERA. He's been solid of late. Last 8 2/3 innings pitched. Getting more consistent back as far as getting ahead of the count, using that fastball, but his wipeout breakable very important.
So Keenan Middleton no longer in the ball game. Cam Bedrosian, saw him work in Friday night's opener. Pitched a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th in that game. Seth Smith is the batter here, and the first pitch, ball 1. 4-4 in Baltimore, bottom of the 7th. Next pitch, it's fouled off on the left side, out of play. Cam Bedrosian has had his mom and dad visiting him on this trip. One ball, one strike to count on Seth Smith. 0 for 2 day, 1 for 6 in the series. And the fastball high at 93. This game will be decided by the bullpens. We'll see which team does the best job in relief today. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air on the left side. Should be an easy play. Simmons or Valbuena. It's going to be Valbuena who makes the catch. Well, you see Simmons take control over there, but he gave Valbuena an opportunity. Now they're having fun after that grab.
Look, Luis had a better angle at it. Said, you know, let me get a shot. I know you get to every single baseball during the course of the game, but let me participate.
Can I please make a play?
Yes.
Caleb Joseph, the batter, 1 for 2 day. Their catcher, a 9-hole hitter. First pitch, right in there.
Oh, look back. He's the one that got it rolling in the 6th inning with that base hit up the middle off the glove of Cliff Pennington to start the inning.
Pennington is shaded towards the second base bag here. And there's one that's low. 1-1 on Joseph. For so many years, Matt Wieters was their catcher here with the Orioles. We saw him on the last stop on the trip, now with the Nationals. So Castillo and Joseph have been splitting the action for the most part this year behind the plate. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside. Beckham, their leadoff batter, waiting on deck.
Good fastball after that slider, just barely off the plate. Stayed back on a good follow through and delivery. Squared up shoulders by Cam Bedrosian, paints the corner, gets a swing and miss.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is low. Talked about the Players Weekend around Major League Baseball next weekend. Bedrosian will have Bedrock on the back of his jersey. Here's the pitch, and that is chased and missed. Fastball threw it by him, struck him out. 2 up, 2 away.
I know you're a big Three Stooges fan. That was Mo Larry the Cheese by him there at 95. Great by him. Stay back, drive towards the plate. Good balance over the pitching rubber. And the follow through. Good fastball by Cam.
Here's Beckham at the plate. I know you want me to give you something on that. Two outs. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play.
Yeah, you have 4 batters in a row that are extremely aggressive on a first pitch. Beckham, Machado, Scope, and Jones.
Beckham taking a little extra time, moving back in the batter's box. Next pitch. That's a little bit outside.
Pretty close to where Juan Guerrero wanted that slider. Good take by Beckham.
Beckham in a Baltimore uniform entered today hitting .467 with them. 19th game for him since he came over the trading deadline from the Rays. Here's the next pitch. That's on the outside corner. 1-2. Angels infielders all backed up. Outfielders pretty deep. Beckham has hit 17 homers this year. The pitch, and he pops this one into shallow right center, and coming in, making the catch is Cole Calhoun, and the Trojan, just like he did on Friday night, a clean inning against the Orioles. So we're headed to the 8th. Anybody's ball game, tied at 4 in Baltimore.
Seventh win on this road trip, but right now we're all tied at 4 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Ken Friends back with you. And don't forget, following this one, it's Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers with myself and Jose Mota. But all weekend, the O's have been celebrating 25 years at Camden Yards, and one of the great fixtures is the B&O warehouse here behind me, built between 1898 and 1905, part of the original rail yard here. It's 439 feet from home plate. And Terry Smith, a fun fact for you, the warehouse is the longest building on the East Coast at 1,016 feet. How about them apples?
Wow, I like that, Ken. How about that?
You love the fun facts.
You took me through the back way tour of the
I did.
Warehouse last night, leaving the stadium. Here's a pitch a little bit low as we start off the 8th inning.
In preparation for the fun fact.
That's right.
Frenchie, the man of the people.
1 ball, no strikes to count on Cole Calhoun. 4-4 game here in the 8th. Next pitch from Brock, and that one pitch Calhoun was checking on. It's 2-0.
Throws a fastball, 2-0 counts to left-handers about 90% of the time. There's another fastball and out of the strike zone. Already 2 walks in the game for Cole.
Now a 3-0 count on the Angels right fielder, trying to get on for the 4th straight time today. The pitch, he takes that right in there for a called strike. There's Mero Petit up in the Angels bullpen. (3-1). That's ball 4 to start the inning off. 3rd time Calhoun has walked today. 4th time he's reached base safely.
That was a 3-1 changeup. And Andrelton Simmons, his last at bat on a high pitch, high breaking ball. He does what he does best on elevated pitches. .392 batting average on elevated pitches. 2-run home run. His last at bat after Cole walked back in the 6th inning. Same combo going right now. Cole works a walk. Andrelton Simmons at the plate.
Here's the pitch, and it's a little bit low and away.
Long look down to Ron Renegade from Andrelton Simmons. Simmons handles the bat very well. A lot of room on that right side of the infield if they decide to put a hit and run on.
Toss over to first base. Calhoun back. 5 steals for him this year. Here's the next pitch on Simmons, and that's in there for a strike. We always talk about Simmons and his great defense, his great arm. He did some closing in junior college, had a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. He was in the amateur ranks. Next pitch, and he went down to a knee chasing that one, fouls it back behind the plate.
Right between him and Coward, you have some potential closers as your middle infielders. Go back to my Hyundai key for this game. Finish what you started. Started off very well, had an early lead, 4-1 lead. Baltimore tied it up, but an outstanding road trip so far. Started off well in Seattle, trying to finish it well here in Baltimore.
Next one on Simmons, and he pops this one up foul. It's going to get back behind the Orioles dugout, out of play.
And he will chase upstairs with a fastball because he hits that pitch so well. Upper part of the strike zone.
One ball, 2 strikes, 27 pitches for Brock. Came in last inning. Here's the next one, and that one there is fouled off the catcher, and boy, that knocked the mask right off of Caleb Joseph, and they're going to check him out.
Straight back and off the side of the mask too. Hopefully he'll be okay. That got him pretty good.
Boy, it's been dangerous to be behind the plate in this series between Tom Hallion, the umpire had to leave the game yesterday. Maldonado had gotten beaten up in this series behind the plate. Joseph today.
Shoulder, then the mask, and knocked the mask off completely. Especially when you had those sunglasses on too. Jarring action.
So Simmons hanging in there with the count 1-2. Next pitch, and he chases that one and misses it. That was a good fastball right there. Simmons is a tough guy to strike out, but he goes down swinging one away.
He doesn't strike out often. He's generally going to put the ball in play. He was trying to give the Angels a 2-run lead on this swing. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets it by him, though.
Second toughest hitter to strike out in the American League, Simmons, but he went down that time on strikes.
Yeah, this is the 51st time he has struck out this season.
Here's Valbuena. He's had a good day. On base all 3 times, a hit, 2 walks. First pitch.
Thing to keep in mind with Valbuena, he's got 15 home runs this season. 8 of them, though, have come 7th inning or later for Luis Valbuena.
And his batting average a lot higher in the late innings as well. Next pitch, missed. 2-0. Michael Gibbons has started to warm up for the Orioles in their pen.
This bullpen has been used a lot in this series and a lot all season long for Baltimore. It's been a very good bullpen.
Gibbons last night threw 34 pitches. The Orioles have not gotten good results from their starters for the most part this year. Not a lot of length from their starting pitchers. 3-0 now the count here on Valbuena with Cron waiting on deck. Brock has already walked Calhoun. He's the base runner at first. 3-0 delivery, and that one just snuck on the inside corner. A fastball.
Yeah, I think it barely touched that zone, although a couple other pitches throughout that sequence could have easily been called strikes, and that one was.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is ball 4. So Brock has walked 2 of the 3 here in the inning, and immediately we see Buck Showalter heading out to the mound. They've had Givens warming up. He will be coming in to take over as we will have a break here in Baltimore. So the Angels have a pair on when we get back with 1 out. C.J. Cron will face Givens. He wasn't up that long in the bullpen. See what happens when we get back in the 8th here in Baltimore.
Not a lot of hits, but a lot of traffic for the Angels. A couple home runs, again, giving them 11 in this series. 8 total walks by Angels hitters against Baltimore pitching. 2-run home run by Anthony Simmons. Also, Cole Calhoun with a solo shot and 3 walks in the game for Cole. Has scored a couple of runs, in position to score his 3rd run of the game with C.J. Cron at the plate.
So 4-4 ball game here in the 8th as Michael Givens will take over. C.J. Cron to face him. Givens, good record, 7-1, all the appearances in relief, 54th game. Saw him last night, inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. Pitch on Cron, and
34 pitches last night. That's a night game into a day game. Not easy to do.
Yeah.
Fastball is very firm, 91 to 99. It can even touch 100. Slider, changeup.
Here's the pitch, way outside. He missed badly with that one.
That's a pretty good play by Joseph, considering he got that foul tip right off the mask to be able to reach that far across his body to prevent a wild pitch.
Angels have had 5 hits today, but 8 walks. 2 of the batters who have walked have scored. Here's the next one on Cron. He took a big cut at that one, fouls it off way down the right side, back out of play.
Ideally, as a offense, you would really like to take advantage and score more of those runs with all those walks. See if CJ can do that right now.
Next delivery, and this is a pop-up, shallow right field, not very deep at all. Coming in is Trumbo, battling the sun, will make the grab. It's Gentry out there for Trumbo now.
We have a pinch hitter now. It's like Cameron Maben on a pinch hit for Juan Gratterall.
So we'll see what happens. 2 outs in the inning. 234 batting average for Maben. Been bothered by a little bit of a knee issue. Here's the pitch on Maben. And he takes that one. It's right in there for a strike. Maben this season is a pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Next delivery, that's lifted foul on the right side. That's going to get back out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes on Cameron Maben. Next pitch from Givens, and that's a little bit low. Last time we saw Maben in action for the Angels was the opener of the Washington series, and that was on Tuesday night. 1-2 pitch. Little slice in the right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Being waved home is the lead runner, Cole Calhoun. Throw gets away. He'll score, and Maben delivers. Angels back on top.
That's a good piece of hitting. Just shorten up that swing using that lower part of his body. Hit that ball well, and Gentry got a lot on that throw, but a tough in-between hop for Joseph at the plate, scoring the go-ahead run. Big-time swing for Cameron Maben, using that lower half of his body. You see how he shortens up the swing to make contact, lines it in the right. Gentry charges it well. He's got that baseball just as Cole's getting to the base. Ron Renneke being aggressive. You have to in that spot. Unable to get that ball, Joseph, on that short, tough hop. Angels taking the lead. Cameron Maben liking that swing and the job he did. There's 241 with runners in scoring position this season, but a clutch hit for Maben.
Coward is going to come in a pinch run for Valbuena, and he'll take over for him at third base as well. Pennington at the plate. First pitch, strike 1. So the Angels will have a new catcher and a new third baseman.
Looks like a new pitcher will be in the game too.
Probably have a new pitcher. Action in the bullpen. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. Cam Bedrosian, the pitcher of record for the Angels in this ball game. And for Baltimore, it's Brad Brock. Hit means another run, 2 outs. See what Pennington can do. Maben on the move. No throw to second. He'll steal the base easily. And now runners at second and third.
That's important because you take away a force out potentially at second base on a ground ball to the left side of the infield.
Only 6 stolen base of the year for Maben, and the first one in a while for him.
Now 107 stolen bases on the season for the Angels.
Here's the 1-2, and that one is chased and missed. Pennington went down to a knee chasing it, but the Angels get a big clutch pinch hit. Cameron Maben with that little flare into right field, bring in Cole Calhoun. 5-4 Angels. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
Limited baseball break. The Minnesota Twins with 9 runs in the first inning lead Arizona 10-3. They've won 10 of the last 13 games. Texas trailing though. White Sox 3-0 at home in the 4th inning. Texas comes into town. They've been playing good baseball themselves. 8-2 in their last 10. This next 4 in Anaheim for the Texas Rangers.
Angels' new catcher is Martin Maldonado. Howard, who came in as a pinch runner, stays in the game. He takes over at third base, and the new pitcher, the 4th of the day, is Yusmeiro Petit. 44th game of the season for him. Solid numbers. We'll see how he fares here in the bottom of the 8th. Machado at the plate, first pitch right in there for a called strike. Bedrosian did a nice job. Another clean inning for him in this series with a strikeout. Here's the pitch, and that's a cut and a miss.
Ran that high fastball above the strike zone.
Petit got into trouble in that game Friday night in the 9th, and then was taken out. Middleton took over, and then it was Machado who hit the walk-off grand slam against Middleton. Machado's had a 1-for-3 day today. 6 hits this weekend against the Angels. Here's the pitch, and that's a little bit low and away. 2-2. Next delivery, it's fouled off on the right side.
Cut fastball there. A little bit off the plate, tried to expand the strike zone.
Here's the next pitch, and staying alive is Machado, fouling that one back. 2-2.
A little bit too much at the strike zone there by Petit. Fouled that fastball right back. We showed it coming into the series how well Machado has hit a fastball. He got a fastball there, fouled it straight back.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Next delivery, and he fooled him right there. Off speed, 79 miles per hour, struck him out, one away.
Excellent adjustment there by Petit after that 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Great arm action on this slow breaking ball at 79. Quick on the arm action, but 79 differential, 12 miles per hour on that pitch compared to the one before.
Scope the batter. Scope had a big 2-run hit for them his last time up. First pitch, ball 1. Scope's been one of the top RBI men in the league. Third, 88. Seems to be a lock to have 100 plus this year, and there's a big cut and a miss. 1-1 to count. Here's the next delivery. That's lifted in the air on the right side of foul ball. It's going to get back and out of play.
Great little giddy up on that fastball, up and in on Scope by Petit. Esmera Petit hides the baseball well. Run that 4-seam fastball, ride it up, upper part of the strike zone.
Scope very good friends with Angels shortstop Andrelton Simmons. They work out a lot during the offseason in Curacao. 1-2 on its way. That's low.
Tried to get him to chase that exact pitch he threw to Manny Machado, but did not go after it.
Talked about Scope and Simmons, the double play combination for the Netherlands in the WBC. They were fun to watch together.
Yeah, Xander Bogaerts too in that mix.
There's a chopper through the left side. That's going to be a hit for Scope. 1-out single here in the bottom of the 8th.
This is his 3rd hit of the game. Had been just 1 for 8 coming into this game. Didn't get that breaking ball down. And credit Scope for bringing his hands up and getting that ball by. Coward into the outfield for a single.
Scope, just like Simmons, he likes the high pitch as well. So here's Adam Jones, I should say. 0 for 3. 3 hits though in the series. Has a little hitting streak on the line. The pitch cut by Adam Jones and a miss. Petit, pitcher number 4 for the Angels. The Orioles have used 4 as well. Orioles pitching today with 8 walks, and 3 of them have come back to score. There's the next pitch. It's fouled off on the right side. That's back club level out of play. 2-strike count on Jones. One of the clubhouse leaders for this Baltimore club.
Very special player.
Next pitch. He skies it in the air on the left side. Simmons goes back on the outfield grass. The Angels shortstop will gather it in. Second out here in the 8th.
Schoop knowing Simmons very well. He knew he wasn't going to drift too far away from that base. As soon as he got the baseball, he was thinking about throwing it back to first base.
Mancini will be the next batter. Angels have really pitched this guy tough in the series. Right-hander against right-hander. Here's the pitch on Mancini. Takes it for a called strike. Last season in just 5 games with the Orioles, when Mancini was a September call-up, first big league hit was a home run. And he also homered in his first 3 games that he started for them last year. There's the pitch, and that one is low and away. '21 homers for Mancini this year. 1-1 pitch. Popped foul right side. It's going to get back and out of play. Angels outfielders are deep.
Yeah, you're net no doubles defense.
The tee is set. He's in front, and the 1-2 pitch. Did he go after that one? No. Check the swing. We get to the 9th inning. Top of the batting order for the Angels. Revere, Trout, and Pujols. And we'll see what the Orioles do pitching-wise. Toss again over to first base. Schoop is back. He's not a base stealer. 1 this year. He had only 1 stolen base last year. Schoop played in every single game last season for the Orioles. He's only missed a couple this year. Here's the next pitch. That's a liner. Simmons jumps up and makes the grab on it.
That's a shocker. Simba everywhere. Baseball anywhere near him, it's going to be caught. Anderson Simmons, 2-run home run early in the game, and another outstanding defensive play, keeping that lead for the Angels going to the 9th. Simba doing what he does best with the glove.
5-4 Angels. Ninth inning we go. New pitcher in the ball game for Baltimore, and it's their closer looking to keep this a one-run ball game is what Buck Showalter is thinking. Zach Britton missed a lot of time this season. Boy, what a year he had last year. 47 saves and 47 save opportunities. He was getting some votes last year in the Cy Young.
I thought he should have got even more votes than he did.
Yeah.
10 for 10 this year in save situations. Power sinking fastball. Throws a lot of fastballs. 93, 98. They'll throw a slider and a changeup. Not a bad time for Ben Revere to think about a bunt, especially if he could bring that down the first baseline.
So here is Revere digging in, and the pitch. The first one bounces in. 1 ball, no strikes. The Angels have Bud Norris up in the bullpen, so it would appear he will be the closer today. Maybe could be Blake Parker today, but he has pitched in the last 2 games of this series. Two 2-0 the count on Revere. And the pitch, and that one is on the inside corner. Zach Britton on the mound, Mark, and boy, even here we are nearing the end of August of 2017. You still hear people talking about why didn't Zach Britton pitch in that wild card game last year for Baltimore. There's one that's chopped on the right side, and it's stopped by Scope. He'll throw out Revere.
Yeah, and there's a good reason why you would want to know that, as well as he threw last year. Especially in the playoffs, there's really no reason to ever save any arm. You have to win.
That was a winner-take-all game.
Yep.
And they never pitched Britton, and Buck Showalter said, well, we would have brought him in if we had the lead. But they never got the lead. A lot of second guessing about that move last season. Mike Trout at the plate. He's had a very quiet day, 0 for 4. And he chops this one on the third base side. It's a fair ball. It's fielded by Machado, and the throw just nips him.
That was real close.
Trout was flying up that first base side.
Like Socha looking in at Dino Evil just to make sure Machado got him out of first, and he said, yep. Just barely got him. And that angle he takes, he veers towards that first base coach's box. It's allowing him to be there a little bit quicker towards the plate, just barely out though. Shot a nice play on that one.
5 pitches here in the inning, 2 quick outs. Albert at the plate, and that one is in there.
And he sinks that, turns that fastball over as well as any pitcher I've seen. There was a lot of fastball, but he has great sink to it.
An extreme ground ball pitcher, this Zach Britton, and the next delivery, that's outside.
You can see why they would have some arm issues. He really pronates as he delivers that fastball. It's almost like it's a screwball.
Britton pitched only 11 games in the first half of this season. He was on the disabled list with a forearm strain this year.
Only 1 home run allowed this season.
There's a pitch outside.
See how he gets on top of this pitching rubber, and when he gets to deliver the baseball, pronates that wrist to create that downward action on his sinker, hard sinker from Britton.
Next pitch, Albert fouls that one off. 2-2 count. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, they'll have Gentry, Davis, and Smith scheduled to bat. 6, 7, and 8 batters. And the way it looks, Bud Norris will be coming in to try and get the final 3 outs. Next one on Albert, and he tips that one foul.
And you look at that, you're looking at home the way that baseball reacts. It almost seems like it would be a changeup, but that's a fastball.
Two and two the count. Next one on Albert. Fouls another one off on the right side, backing out of play. Zach Britton, 29 years old, will turn 30 in December.
His name was talked about a lot as far as right towards the trade deadline, whether it was the Houston Astros or Los Angeles Dodgers.
2-2, and that one is high. Yeah, for a while it looked like there was a deal agreed on with the Astros, and then there might have been some concerns about Britton's arm.
Yeah, he's converted 59 straight save situations, the all-time record. Eric Gagne with 84.
3-2 on Albert. That's low. Boy, that's another walk for the Angels. 9 walks today issued by Baltimore pitchers. Cole Calhoun has 3 of those walks. He'll be stepping up once again in this game.
Left-handed batters have fared fairly well against Britton this season. You figure that because that fastball will tail in towards that inside part of the plate. .292 batting average. The 1 home run he has allowed was versus a left-handed batter.
There's a pitch on Cole Calhoun. He grounds it on the first base side. Stopped there by Davis. He will solo it to the bag, and that's how the inning will end. So the Angels will take a 5-4 lead to the bottom of the 9th. It will be Bud Norris who will be coming in to try and close it. We'll see what happens when we get back on Fox Sports West. We head to the bottom of the 9th here in Camden Yards. Bud Norris will be pitcher number 5 of the day for the Angels, and he will be trying to save the day for the Angels. Pick up his 19th save of the season. Had 4 blown saves, 18 saves overall this year. This will be his 51st game. 2 wins, 5 losses. ERA 4.60.
By the way, another outstanding job by Yasmero Petit. That has been as valuable as anybody on the team. Petit dealing again. Now it's up to Bud Norris. Pick up a save and get the W for Cam Bedrosian. But that big pinch hit by Cameron Maben.
Saw Norris strike out a couple of batters last night. Worked the bottom of the 8th inning. And now today, the bottom of the 9th. He came in last night's game. The Angels had a 4-run lead. This is the first time he's been asked to try and get a save in a while after kind of losing that role in the Angel bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's bounced by him and out of the reach of Pennington and through into center. That ball just wasn't going to be stopped off the bat of Gentry batting for the first time today. Just eluded Norris, just eluded Pennington. They have the tying run on.
Just got by the glove of Bud Norris. And a serious stolen base threat now at first for Baltimore.
So the batter will be Chris Davis. He's had a 2-for-3 day with a homer.
Maldonado has thrown out 41% of base stealers this season. Behind the plate now.
The pitch a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Bud Norris here in the month of August has had trouble with the home run ball. Coming into this bottom of the 9th, the bullpen work has been good. Middleton, Bedrosian, Petit. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. A fastball at 95.
Back in the 3rd inning for Davis. Pretty good pitch away by Bridwell. And just over the glove of Ben Revere for a home run going the other way. 19th of the season. Chris Davis.
Angels have turned a couple double plays today. Here's the pitch, and that's right in there. Fastball. 1-2 the count.
Keep in mind with Gentry over first, he's been successful. 20 of 21 attempts stealing a base, and that fastball right on the outside corner, perfect spot. Be real surprised if you don't see Gentry going at some point here. Norris pretty quick to the plate. Mentioned how quick the release is for Maldonado behind the plate.
Runner not going to pitch, and it's cut on and missed. That fastball 97 miles per hour. Struck him out. 1 gone, bottom of the 9th.
A lot on that fastball. Stayed back on it well. Good balance over the pitching rubber. Driving towards home, and Davis unable to catch up to that firm fastball from Bud Norris.
That's a good fastball there from Norris. Maybe as good as any we've seen this season. He's topped out at 97 on a few occasions this year. That was a big one right there. Seth Smith, the batter. 0 for 3 today, 1 for 7 in the series.
Gentry may be going here.
First pitch is low.
Although Baltimore doesn't run a whole lot, there's 25 stolen bases coming into the game today.
Orioles are dead last in the American League in stolen bases. The Angels #1 in the league in that department.
Not only not many stolen bases, not many attempts. It's 33.
Yep. Gentry is one of the guys on their team who can steal a base. Not going though. The pitch a bit low. 2-0 on Seth Smith. We've seen Mike Scioscia so much this season, using his relievers, kind of mixing and matching depending on where they might factor in the batting order of the opposing team. And Norris getting a chance to work against the bottom part of the batting order here. 8-hole hitter at the plate. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses. So it's 3-0. Jesse Chavez is up in the Angels bullpen right now. not been used in a save situation this season. Here's the 3-0 in there.
It's one of those counts too you might see with speed at first, a 3-1 count just going now.
Seth Smith gets on base here and he's worth a 3-1 count. We'll see what Mike Scioscia does as far as his bullpen. Here's the pitch and we'll find out at missed ball 4. They have the tying run at second. Charlie Nagy, the pitching coach, heading out to talk to Bud Norris.
Certainly you would think right now as a pitcher you're in an advantage. You're starting to see some shadows. You see a little bit of them with the lights, bank of lights, and the sun setting behind the stadium. It's covered around towards the mound and then it's getting closer towards home plate also.
Well, we have another nail biter going on today. There have been a lot of them this season. Caleb Joseph, their catcher, is the batter. He's had a 1 for 3 days. A guy, if you get him to hit it on the ground, you could turn a double play. That would wrap it up. Base hit here, though. Figures to tie up the game, especially with the speedy runner Gentry at second. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. In this inning, single strikeout walk. Here's the pitch. In there.
Bud Norris, you got to bury that look back towards second and not allow Craig Gentry to time it, try to steal third. He's got a pretty big lead.
Next delivery, that's fouled back to the screen, so he's moved in front 0-2. Well, if he doesn't get Joseph, that figures to be it for Bud Norris. If he does get him, well, he's 1 out away from wrapping the game up. Oh, and 2 the count on Caleb Joseph. Next pitch. Lifted in the air down the right field side. Cole Calhoun is chasing and in foul territory down there. Cole Calhoun unable to make the catch on that one.
It's a very tough corner to play as a right fielder here in Camden Yards. Go right in that corner towards the wall. Your depth perception is not there because you're seeing the wall at a corner of your eye. Then all of a sudden you still have some room over there. Good effort by Cole.
So the count holding at 0-2. Calhoun chasing that ball down that right side, just kind of disappeared, didn't he? Two strikes on Joseph. Norris delivers, and it's a little bit low. Fastball 96. Beckham, their leadoff man, waiting on deck. He hasn't driven in any runs in this series, but he's had 3 hits, although hitless today.
Boy, Bud would love that ground ball at an infield to get a double play.
1-2 pitch. Low again. But Norris has pitched with a lot of traffic on the bases here in August, and this is another one of those situations. Everyone is set. 2-2. Fouled back behind the plate. is out there to have a word with Bud Norris. Even though Mike Scioscia has never named him the Angel closer, he's in the top 10 in the league in saves, 18. Trying to get another one here today. Counts even. 2-2 once again. Fouled off. This is a good at bat here for Joseph. He's hanging tough against Norris.
That's a pretty good cut fastball. He's able to foul off.
The Orioles won here on Friday night, came on a walk-off grand slam. Tying run at second, winning run at first, one out. 2-2 once again, grounded foul on the third base side. This has been a long at bat here. Taking time between pitches. And now ready to come in with yet another 2-2 delivery. Here it comes, and he struck him out. He got him with a fastball. Pair of strikeouts now here in the bottom of the ninth. One more out to go.
And good life on the fastball. Good balance, that drive towards the plate. See how he drives towards that outside part of the plate? That glove side fastball. Excellent by Bud Norris. Paints the corner. Huge out here. Now one out away from winning this series.
All the Angels infielders except for Crone all around Bud Norris after that strikeout. The home plate umpire, Chad Whitson, went out there to break up the meeting. And now it's going to boil down to Norris and Beckham. Beckham has had an 0 for 4 day, although he has reached on an error and scored a run. He's been a very hot hitter for them.
And he's aggressive on the first pitch.
0 for 3 lifetime in his career against Bud Norris. Angels trying to hold on, bottom of the ninth. Here's the pitch. This is bounced back to Norris. It skipped off his glove, recovers, and bounces the throw over there to first base, but the ball game is over. The Angels hold on and win it today here in Baltimore. 5-4 the final. You can put a halo over this one.
And the reason why the Angels win 5-4 was that man right there, Cameron Maybin, our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. A pinch hit RBI single, breaking the 4-4 tie as the Angels win this series against Baltimore. Two games in one hand of the Simmons, a big game with the glove and the bats. Cole Calhoun, big game himself, and another well-played game. 23rd one-run victory this season, most in Major League Baseball for Mike Scioscia's club. Another nail biter. We don't have many nails left today, but a win's a win.
Well, the Angels complete by far their best road trip of the season. Went 7-2 through Seattle, our nation's capital, and here in Baltimore, as the Angels come away with the victory here today and now get ready for the longest homestand of the season. The Angels back at the Big A beginning on tomorrow night against the Texas Rangers. Rangers, Astros, and the Oakland A's coming in. There you see the wild card race right now in the American League. Angels a half game better than Minnesota for the 2 spot, although the Twins have a big lead in their game today. But the Angels at worst will remain tied for the number 2 spot in the American League wild card race with 38 games now left on the schedule. We're going to send it to Ken French. He's standing by with a special guest today.
Terry, thank you very much. Cameron, first appearance of the series, top of the 8th inning, get that pinch hit game-winning hit. How did you get yourself ready for that situation?
You know, a lot of stretching inside, man. Taking some swings off the tee. You know, but in the past I've had some good at-bats off of Givens. I see him well. He's got some good stuff, but you know, sometimes, you know, everybody has that guy that they see well, they have good at-bats against, and you know, I was fortunate enough to not try to do too much, and you know, my approach, stick with my approach, and a nice swing to right field, and what a big run, and Ken did a great job of going out there and shutting it down. And Parker did another great job of keeping us in the game. So, you know, another team effort by us, and you know, this time of the year is fun baseball to be a part of.
What's it like watching Andrelton Simmons do what he does and go to work out there at shortstop? I mean, coming up with some huge plays here this afternoon.
I mean, I think I did more yelling and screaming watching this guy today. I mean, I was a true cheerleader today for most of the series, but today most of the game. I mean, again, I continue to say he's the best shortstop I've ever seen. I mean, earlier today, you know, the play he made against, you know, to keep Manny Machado from scoring. His baseball IQ and his baseball clock is so amazing and so high. It's I've had a pleasure, you know, being with him in Atlanta, but playing, you know, on the same team with him, playing behind him, he's special, man. And you know, he continues to show it day in and day out defensively, and swinging a great bat as well. He's just fun to watch every day.
All right, Cameron, you guys started the road trip 2 games out of the second wild card. You're going home, holding on to that second wild card spot. What do you expect the atmosphere to be like at the Big A tomorrow night as you kick off a 10-game homestand against Texas, who's on your heels?
Well, it's fun. You know, I continue to just, you know, tell this team, you know, let's shock the world. You know, nobody believes in us but us, and it's fun to be the underdog. It's fun to come out to the park every day, believing that we're going to shock the world. So that's kind of my mantra right now, kind of the focus we're trying to establish in the locker room is going out, believing in each other every day, and, you know, trying to strive to do something special. And we got the guys to do it. We got the character to do it. We got a team who really genuinely cares about each other, and it's a blast to be a part of that every day. And we're going to enjoy the challenge, you know, the rest of this way.
Congrats on the big series win. Congrats on a great road trip. We'll see you back in Anaheim on Monday.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Cameron Maybin, one of the heroes here tonight. He had the 2-out pinch hit single, top of the 8th inning, bringing in the game-winning run. Halos win the series. They finished with 7 wins on the road. Terry and Mark next.